world of education. I was a classroom teacher for 10 years. And so one of the things that I've been really, really passionate about, one of the things I've been really, really working hard to do throughout my career before I became a classroom teacher is to give young people real world, real life experience that they can apply to their professional careers. You know, if you've ever read Malcolm Gladwell's, The Outliers, when he talks about the 10,000 hour rule, and so many of us, I worked in higher ed, and I was one of those kids who was ushered towards higher education, and I've always had the question of what if kids had an option to not go to the university? What would they be able to do? What kind of financial opportunities would they be able to create for themselves if they didn't acquire all this debt? And so, whether or not they go to university, they still have a story to tell, they have a narrative, they have something that they can contribute. And I thought that photography was a great opportunity to do that. Beyond that, just within the context of what happened within the year, what happened with these young people, just before these young people were invited to the museum, we had just come out of COVID, a really, really dark time for everybody. I was holed up with my family. I saw the effects on my children. I saw the effects on my dog. The effects on me, which I denied, and then so slowly they started to creep in. But the one thing I don't know that I did enough investigative work about, and I don't think many of us did, was what's happening with these young people who are making these transitions, into adolescence, into high school, graduating. They don't have the networks that are available to them that I had or a lot of us had before we went into COVID. And so even though this idea of professional skill and development was in the back of my mind, this was the blanket that we were all under, COVID. And so when these young people came to the museum and when these young people got cameras in their hands and when they were able to kind of have the cameras at their leisure, there was some things that just came out that I could not even instruct them to do. There were some stories there that I just did not account for. I couldn't have imagined it. And beyond that, inviting these young people this year to do the SYP program and the curation that they did of these images. I did not know what they were going to come up with. But this was entirely led by young people. Of course, you have to kind of mash, the gas a little bit. But this was an exhibition by young people. It was shot by young people. It was curated by young people. And so, as much as, this week has been like, oh, Barnabas, this is great, I just really want to pass the congrats to the young people.